There was a time when humans were nothing more than animals. No language, no society, no identity, just a hunter. Every single day he fought against hunger, fear, and death. He knew not the comfort of a home, the warmth of a hearth, the taste of bread, the security of the law, the wisdom of books, nor the light of knowledge. His world was limited to the forest, his tribe, his immediate needs, his survival. He did not know what it meant to be human. He was simply alive. He had no dreams for tomorrow. He did not plan for the future. No one taught him how to dream big, aim higher, or reach farther. For him, life was a daily struggle, an endless hunt, a never-ending battle. All he knew was the rhythm of nature, the call of the wild, the language of the beasts. His life was a dark shadow dancing in the flickering light of a campfire, always afraid of going out, always afraid of being consumed by darkness. In his world, darkness meant danger. It meant death. His nights were long, lonely, and cold. Fear kept him awake. Fear of the unknown, fear of the wild, fear of himself. In the silence of the night, fear whispered its tales. Fear painted monsters in the shadows, demons on the walls. Fear turned every rustle into a threat, every crack into a lurking beast. Fear became his constant companion. It shared his loneliness, embraced his terror, fed his nightmares. Fear was his cross to bear, his burden to carry, his sentence to serve. And yet he endured. He survived. He persevered. He learned to live with fear. He learned to fight his fears. He learned to tame his fears. He learned to conquer his fears. Out of this struggle, out of this battle, out of this confrontation, something new was born. Something emerged that had never existed before. For the first time, a spark ignited within him, a flicker of awareness, a glimmer of consciousness. And with it, the greatest journey in history began. The journey from beast to human. The journey from fear to hope. The journey from darkness to light. The first echo of this journey we can still hear today. It whispers on the walls of ancient caves, stories of hunts, scenes of daily life, images of rituals, all painted in vibrant colors. It's a testament to the spirit that refused to be cowed, that dared to dream, that dared to hope, that dared to believe. It is a legacy of courage, a heritage of humanity, a saga of survival. But where did it begin? Where did it start? How did it evolve? How did it grow? Let's go back further. Much further. Before humans roamed the earth, before animals grazed the land, before plants adorned the soil, there was nothing but a blazing ball of fire. It was hotter, wilder, and more dangerous than the sun itself. No air, no water, just deadly heat and a poisonous atmosphere. It was a world without life, a universe without hope, an eternity without meaning. But time, the sculptor of existence, the architect of ages, the painter of epochs, began its relentless work. The earth cooled, volcanoes fell silent, oceans were born, and in those dark depths, life appeared. Tiny invisible creatures, prokaryotic cells, the first breath of life. It was a beginning without witnesses, a birth without observers, an emergence without records. Yet it was the start of a miracle, the genesis of a marvel, the dawn of a wonder. These simple cells, these microscopic organisms, these aquatic animals, through countless transformations, through billions of years of evolution, gave rise to the first multicellular organisms. Fish, jellyfish, worms, and creatures with backbones filled the seas. Some of them dared to venture onto land, reptiles, amphibians, scaled beasts, cold-blooded conquerors. Among them, the rulers of all, dinosaurs, thunder lizards, giant beasts, kings of the past. They ruled the land, the skies, and the oceans. They dominated the earth for over 165 million years. But then, 65 million years ago, disaster struck. A massive asteroid smashed into the earth. Darkness covered the planet. The dinosaurs were gone. From their ashes, however, arose mammals, furry creatures, warm-blooded conquerors, and among them a special group, primates, furry paws, grasping hands, forward-facing eyes. Our ancient ancestors were born. They were small, insignificant, unassuming, unnoticed by most, but within them stirred a spark of intelligence, a spark of curiosity, a spark of innovation. Over millions of years they evolved, they adapted, they transformed. They learned to walk upright, freeing their hands for other tasks, for other discoveries, for other creations. They developed tools, simple at first, then more sophisticated, more advanced, more inventive. They mastered fire, to cook, to keep warm, to ward off the darkness, to drive away the night. With fire, they tamed the wild, conquered the unknown, and expelled fear. They lived in caves, seeking shelter, seeking protection, seeking safety. On cave walls, they left their stories, their art, their beliefs, their culture. Language began to develop, first in gestures, sounds, then words, sentences, stories, communication. They learned to talk, to communicate, to socialize, to cooperate. They formed groups, communities, societies, tribes. They learned to hunt, to gather, to share, to care. They learned to dream, to plan, to imagine, to innovate. They learned to think, to reason, to believe, to worship. And so the journey continued from animal to human, from survival to awareness, from beast to man. This transformation was not easy. It was long, arduous, painful. It was marked by wars, famines, diseases, disasters. It was accompanied by deaths, sacrifices, legends, myths, but it was also illuminated by discoveries, inventions, innovations, creations. It was guided by curiosity, intelligence, imagination, innovation. This is our story. This is our history. This is our journey. We are the result of millions of years of evolution, billions of years of existence. We are the product of a long and arduous process, a complex and dramatic adventure. We are the outcome of a remarkable transformation, an incredible odyssey. Today, we stand tall. We reach for the stars. We explore the universe. We conquer the oceans. We dominate the planet. We rule the earth. We shape the world. We have come a long way from the hunter who lived in fear and darkness. We have traveled a long path from the beast that struggled to survive. We have made a great leap from the animal that dreamed of tomorrow. But let us not forget the lessons of yesterday. Let us not ignore the wisdom of the past. Let us not betray the struggles of our ancestors. Let us honor the memory of the hunter, the explorer, the conqueror, the pioneer. Let us pay tribute to the journey from beast to human, from fear to hope, from darkness to light. Let us celebrate the miracle of life, the marvel of existence, the wonder of evolution. For we are the heirs of a great legacy, the torch-bearers of an ancient flame, the custodians of a sacred trust. We are the children of the earth, the citizens of the cosmos, the ambassadors of life. And we have a duty to preserve, to protect, to enhance, to enrich, to pass on to future generations. The journey from beast to human, from fear to hope, from darkness to light. It is our journey, it is our story, it is our history, and it is our responsibility.